we're just two moms. We're expert contributors to FamilyAffaires.com. I'm Christy.
And I'm Debbie.
And today our tagline is, an apple a day may keep the doctor away, but a new starburst in your mouth with your braces is not a good thing. Let's talk about the dentist.
Yay.
You know, for kids with autism, the dentist is not really a fun thing. Really, for any of us, the dentist is not a fun thing. But that can be really challenging. Debbie?
We actually have a dentist, orthodontist all rolled into one. We were fortunate when we met our dentist when our son was about 2 to 3 years old. He saw him when he was 3 at first, his first dental appointment. And he is not a special needs dentist, so I will say that at first. Our first appointment, to make our son more comfortable, my husband laid in the table, on the chair, and my son laid on top of him, so that, you know, it was count the teeth. It was a very general visit. There was nothing going in his mouth other than the rubber gloves of the dentist to make sure everything was okay. And everything was about acclimating your child to the dentist and the procedures that we know are going to happen eventually. From there, it was cleanings and doing other things, but it was all at how can your child handle this, and we're not going to go too far. And I know that there were great things that you learned also with your dentist.
Yeah, we actually put the dentist off for a while. Part because I'm a bad mother, part because I knew my son really couldn't handle it, and it would be really difficult. So we really didn't make it to the dentist till he was about 5, which is kind of late. Of course, I did teeth brushing at home as much as I could. He was very orally defensive at times, so that was difficult. And then we learned really quickly, if we could have him just open his mouth and to the count of 10, as we counted to 10, and keep it open for just to the count of 10, that really worked for us. And that was really good. But we've really already decided, luckily my son has straight teeth, but if he didn't have straight teeth, there would be no braces for us. That would be too much for him. There's no way that he would keep a retainer in. There's no way that he'd be able to care for his teeth. Wires would be popping. He would be uncomfortable, complaining the whole time. So, you know, braces definitely weren't for us. But I know your son did braces.
We did go through braces. He did get them on probably when he was about, I guess, around 10 and a half, 11. And yeah, we had some lovely times, sarcasm, that were very difficult. He also, a lot of kids, and I had braces when I was little, he would not put wax on the brace so that it would help the gum if you had any cuts. He just couldn't handle that. It was a sensory issue.
Yeah.
So he dealt with the fact that he was having probably open sores in his mouth and probably pain, but he wouldn't complain. Some kids do complain. Some kids don't complain. My child didn't complain. And braces for him worked. And, you know, did he want them? No. He thought they were cool when he saw other kids. And as soon as he got them the next day, he didn't want them. So he did get them off. I remember it was his birthday. We headed to family for Thanksgiving that year, and I think he was a sophomore in high school or a junior. I don't know where I'm losing that year. But very proud, very happy to not have that feeling. And then he had to wear a retainer, and just leaving for college 2 weeks ago, he did not take the retainers. So I have a feeling the next time we see him or Skype with him, he might have a gap between his teeth, because that's natural to my genetic side. And we'll deal. It's no biggie. The fact is that he did so many things that were asked of him with the dental process. You know, like you said, the wires popping. Yes, that happened. That happened on vacation once, and his uncle had to cut them out with the fishing knife. That was just lovely. So, you know, all of our kids, they go through things. You hope that your dentist or special needs dentist, if that's who you have, they prep your child. They prep you so you can prep your child. That's really the key to getting them to go to the dentist, because if you don't have that, a lot of these things can be fearful, and then you will put them off longer. So that's our tip for the day, is to make sure that you know somebody that's going to help and work with you so that you can do the things that need to be done.